Hey, my name is Alonda. Welcome. This is week 91 of my GLP-1 weight loss journey. If you're new, hey, I'm Alonda. I'm a 48-year-old mother of 6, a high school teacher, and I am on a GLP-1 weight loss journey. I currently use both name brand and compound tirzepatide, just depending on what's going on in my life. And with that being stated, I'd like to thank Mochi Health for sponsoring today's video. Ooh, y'all. Yes, it is week 91, and I've learned a few things on this journey that I'd like to share. Now, keep in mind, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not a medical professional. I don't even play one on TV. I'm just a lady on a weight loss journey who is sharing it for everyone. Live and learn, y'all. That's what I'm doing. I'm living and learning. And with that being stated, I learned a little something recently. Now, hear me out. Many of us got on this medication hoping to lose weight. Yes, let's lose the weight. When I started, I was 264.7 pounds. I'm only 5'3", so I was a little chunk. That's okay. I was keeping chunk. To date, I've lost roughly 75 pounds. And I say roughly because I'm going to show you some numbers in a moment, and you'll understand why I say that. But when I first started this journey, I was not truly eating. You know, the medication helps to suppress your appetite. So I was like, yes. I'm not eating. That means the scale's going to go down. And I was happy about it. And I know many of you are in the same boat. You're like, Alonda, as long as the scale is moving, I'm okay. But what that actually means, and again, I'm not a medical professional, is that we're allowing our body to eat up on our muscle. Okay? So when we're not fueling our body, it pulls from whatever is quick and easy. And oftentimes that's the muscle, not the fat. I know we want to lose the fat, but we can actually be losing muscle. Just heads up. And I know some of you are like, well, that's fine as long as the scale's going down. But we need our muscle in order to help with our metabolism. Now, this is where this girl comes in. Because in February of this year, 2025, my metabolism basically told me, girl, we're done. We are so done. You're not feeding us. We are struggling. And I knew we were struggling because I was losing hair. I do have my hair growing back, in case, I don't know if y'all can see it, but my hair is growing back. It's a little darker than what I showed y'all recently. I'll show a picture right here. But it's trying to grow back. My nails, well, I moved. I helped my son move, so they're kind of crazy right now. My nails are growing back. They're stronger than ever. But I've been fueling my body. So since February, I increased my calories to help my body kind of say, okay, let's recalculate. Oh, it's one of those words in my head. It's sounding great. Coming out my mouth, it's like, we're not doing that. Recalibrate. We finally synced to recalibrate. So I ate 1,500 calories. My dietitian actually wanted me to try to go up to 18, and I was like, girl, I can't do that. I'm barely eating as it is. Barely eating. And that was around 1,200 calories. So again, 1,200 calories I was losing, but my body was struggling. And when I went to help my son move last week, I documented what I ate, and I kept like a running sheet of everything I put into my mouth. And trust me, y'all, it was just easy to drink water. Water. Except for that one day, I had a Coke because I had pizza. So I had Coke and pizza. And I know some of y'all are going to be like, Alonda, leave that pizza and Coke alone. I can't. I cannot. I do plan to try to live until I'm at least 85. And for me to say at 48, I'm giving up pizza is just not reality. I'm not going to lie to myself or lie to y'all and say I'm not going to eat pizza. Some nights my kids and I actually make pizza, so I would be taking that out of our family routine, and I just can't. At this point, something in life will kill me. Something, whether it's my own health, a car accident or something, and if that means I get to chew on some pizza and just enjoy the moment, I'm going to enjoy that moment and just wait for something else to kill me. Yeah. Hopefully old age will do it because I'm trying to reverse my body situation. Just going off on a tangent. I recently spoke with someone who was like, I can't believe you're paying that much money for the medication because my family member is about to go on name brand. And I said, yes, it is very expensive, but so is all the medication that I was taking. I was on 8 different medications. Some of the copays were $25, some of them were $3. But every month, you know, those 8 medications, those copays were adding up. So it's okay for me to spend the $289. Actually, I don't pay $289. $287? I don't know. It just comes out of my account now. I'm okay with it. I am okay with it. It's better than the $5.50 I was paying. So when it comes out, I'm not sweating like I used to. You know, the $5.50, I was adjusting the entire budget for my household. But I go back to say, when I traveled last week, I noticed that I had a day where I had only 770 calories. And that was even drinking a coffee. Yeah, I had a coffee and still had 770 calories. And that's just not sustainable. So I go back to saying it's a balancing act. We don't want to eat too much to where the medicine is not allowed to work because we're actually adding more calories than what we need. But in the same flip side, or the C side, we got to be careful with how much we limit ourselves from eating. And if we are going to limit ourselves, maybe we should think about priorities. What are the priorities? Like, I know with me, I'm focused on protein. And then from that, I kind of think about fiber. Fiber's not one of my big things because I take Cotrell every day. And so I stay pretty regular between my water and my Cotrell. And then what would be your third thing that would be of importance for you? For me, it's my multivitamin. Because I know on days like when I only had 770 calories, I wasn't giving my body enough nutrients, you know, the iron, the vitamin K, vitamin D, all the things that we need to allow our bodies to sustain. I just wasn't giving them because I wasn't giving enough nutrients. So I always take my vitamin, my multivitamin, to try to help out with that. Now I say, why is it a balancing act? Because you can tell on my scale that it's a balancing act. I'm going to put what I'm looking at right here, all pretty. I'm going to go into Canva and type it all out, okay? So, and I started with week 87. Week 87, which means nothing because there was still no scale September where I refused to step on the scale. I was like, bump the scale, go to hell. I don't even want to deal with you. But on October 1st, when I stepped on the scale, which was a Wednesday, I was 190 pounds, 0.3. So 190.3. On Friday, when I did the video, week 88, and this is my fault, I used the 190.3. That's the picture I put in, but you hear me on my mouth say 190.0. So I had actually lost 0.3 pounds. 0.3. It's still something. But I'm still in that goddamn plateau. I'm still on a plateau. But again, it goes back to this. Week 89, I was on my cycle. So instead of it going down, it went up. Lord help us. It was 191.1. So I went from 190.0 to 191.1. Then I flew and I drove and I flew and all kinds of craziness. And the scale went up to 198.6. Now, we all know I didn't gain 7 pounds in a week. We know that. But that's all that, the inflammation that I keep dealing with. So it is frustrating. It is a problem, but I'm still trying to work through. I'm trying to figure out what all the ins and outs are. Then Tuesday, because I did not weigh myself on Monday. Usually I weigh on Monday and Friday. But I was like, no, allow my body to keep trying to let some of this stuff go down. Because Saturday morning, kid you not, I'm sorry I'm pointing. Saturday morning, kid you not, I stood on the new Renfo scale and I was already down 3 pounds. Now we know it wasn't really 3 pounds. It was just inflammation. And when I looked at what I was eating, like that one night I had wontongs with the rice, with the crispy rice strips. That was 880 grams of sodium. 880 grams of sodium. My body was like, blow up, blow it up. And that's what it did. It blew up. The scale showed I blew up. And when I was on that video, I tried not to act like I was stressed out. But look, it's saying 198.6. But in my mind, I was like, what the hell did I eat? Why am I at 198? What is going on? So Saturday morning, I did step on the scale. I can't remember what that number is right now. I'll put it over here. And then Tuesday, I stepped on the scale again, and it was 192.8. So I tell you all of this to say, we got to find a balance. We don't want to overeat, but we also should not undereat. Okay? We should not undereat. If you are not sure what the hell you're doing. You're like, look, I'm just trying to get in food. I get it. That's me. I love 15, but she is dirty. She is mean. I'll be like, ooh, I think I know what I want to eat. And then I'll fix it. And then my body be like, okay, we're going to get 2 bites and then that's it. Okay, we done. And I'm like, no, because I know 2 bites is like 45 calories. I've got to eat more. I've got to get in more. So I've been trying this week to balance out how to get in more. I kid you not. How do I get in more? And today I finally got busted. My students busted me. I had my sardines with my solo bread, and I thought I got everything in the trash and covered up and good to go. And they walked in and they were like, oh, who eating fish? Why does it smell like this? And I was like, oh, it's my food. So I took the trash bag and I took it outside. My last class of the day came in and they were like, who had sardines? Did you have sardines? And I was like, are you serious? Like, how do you pick out sardines? How do you pick out sardines? And truth be told, her mom is on a GLP-1 weight loss journey. And her mom, hey, apparently watches. So I'm sure your daughter is probably telling you right now, yes, we talked about it. And yes, I knew the smell of sardines because of you, Mom. Yeah. By the way, just a quick reminder, she's supposed to remind you about the protein muffin recipe. She said they're really, really good. So if you'll share that, I would be so grateful. And then I'll share it with everybody else. Aha! But yes, my body right now is struggling to get in calories, but I know just how important it is to get in calories. We want to, like I said, I need to focus on my protein and focus on my fiber. So I'm doing that, but it's a struggle. It's a struggle trying to get that food in. And I'm not drinking protein shake after protein shake after protein shake. I've told myself I would limit myself to 1 protein shake a day, do what I can with that, and then allow my body to have actual nutrients for everything else. Yeah. So y'all, it's a balance. You don't want to eat too much and you don't want to undereat. We've got to find a balance, and that balance is what's going to sustain us when we move on to maintenance and longevity and 85 years old eating pizza and drinking a Dr. Pepper. That's what we got to work on. Yes. So if you are thinking of starting a GLP-1 weight loss journey, may I again suggest Mochi Health. Mochi Health is a telehealth provider that helps pair you with a licensed physician. Between you and the physician, y'all would discuss what and if a GLP-1 would be a good suit for you. Semaglutide goes for $99 a month. Tirzepatide goes for $199 a month. There is a $79 membership, but that includes your labs, a sleep study, a meeting with a dietitian or nutritionist, because again, we've got to work on getting the food in. So you're right there. You have someone who can help guide you with that. The medication is sent directly to your door. They work with very well-known pharmacies to help make sure that this happens. So I will link a code below. I'll also put the QR code because a lot of y'all watch this on TV, like at your home, which I'm starting to do that now. I'm starting to catch up. You know, not just on my phone, but I make it on my TV, which is actually pretty cool. So yeah. So Mochi Health. If you're wanting to start a GLP-1 weight loss journey, again, the information is down below. If you can, and I'm sorry to ask y'all this, but I need some help. If you can you share with me one of your high protein items that you go to? Like, this is my go-to for when I know I need to get protein in. Trust me, in my cabinet, actually, I almost pulled out everything to show you. I'll try this and this and this and this and this and this and this. But that's not the point. The point is I need to allow 15 to bulldoze my body, but I also need to make sure that I'm eating as she's doing what she's trying to do. I need to get in my food. You know, I found my little tricks and kicks, but it's going to get old real fast, y'all. So if you'll share what you eat as far as high protein that helps you kickstart, or like, this is my go-to, I know I need to get this in to get my daily intake, I would ever so love it. All right. Well, that's really all I had, because I was just trying to get in food all week, trying to get it in until, of course, like I said, I got busted. Well, I'm going to take a nap, and I will see y'all on my Thursday night live. So y'all take care. I did all that talking and realized I wasn't recording. Yeah, good morning, everybody. So you probably saw on the scale, I'm 188 something. That's 76 pounds, so proud of that. But I've been there before. So we'll see Friday. Next Friday, does it go down even more? Then I'll celebrate. Yeah, I'll celebrate then. But, yeah. On a good note, fun times. Hold on. Okay. On a good note, I did a video on these pants about a year ago. Too much. I did a video on these pants about a year ago, and the button was being pulled. She was being worked. She's no longer being worked. Yeah. She's no longer being worked. She works out okay. Look at that. Look at that. Girl. That's what I'm excited about. Not the scale, the non-scale. Y'all take care. So I hope y'all are taking good care of yourselves, enjoying a little bit of rest and relaxation for yourself. And I'll see y'all later. Bye. I'm about to take a nap.